Hello there, everyone. How's it going? My name, it's Foxman. You know that. This is kind of a special episode of Spelunky, as many of you will know by now. I'm doing this as per request. Why? Because this episode is already on my channel on YouTube. At least it is right now as of me doing this audio recording. To fill you guys in, this is post commentary, as they call it. That means I'm not doing the commentary while I'm playing the game, so kind of takes you out of it a little bit, because I can't tell you exactly what I was thinking at that exact moment, because my memory is shit in my old age of 24. But the reason I'm doing post commentary is because when I uploaded this video before, I was like, hey, I want people to see this, but the audio file, the commentary, for whatever reason, is corrupt. You know, I use a lot of different editing programs depending on what machine I'm using. I've got my MacBook Air, I've got my iMac, I've got my PC, I've even got Windows 7 boot camped on my iMac for some stuff. So that was before I got my new fancy PC. But anyways, I've got different software setups for most of them, and with that does come a little bit of complication, you know, more room for error. But this error that happened, the file getting corrupt, just like this weirdest fluke. Like, there's no way, there wasn't like any settings I picked or whatever. Just like sometimes shit goes down and you have no idea why the hell it happened. So irreversible, I apologize, but the reason I uploaded it was because I was like, well, maybe people will still want to see this. And the reason I said that is because pretty decent gameplay overall. I don't want to spoil anything for anybody who hasn't seen it yet, but it's like, I didn't want to just trash this video or this episode, but since enough people are like, oh, you should do post commentary, that's what I'm here doing. So, woo! You know, maybe the old video, I might take it down at some point, but at least leave it up for a little bit, and get this guy going on. Obviously, you know, it's up on YouTube if you're watching, so yay for that. Be happy. And I just want you people to know, people are like, why no post commentary? And the reason I didn't originally do it was because it takes a lot of time. One, when you do live commentary, you do it while you're playing the game, so you're doing two things at once, right? So this episode is something like 50 some odd minutes, almost an hour. Let's just say an hour to round things up nicely, right? So that means you're playing the game for an hour and you're talking for an hour, but it's during the same hour. Right now, I have to watch this after I already spent an hour playing it, and I have to do the commentary here for an hour. So that's why post commentary kind of sucks as well, since I already rendered the video, which I do this on my MacBook because I can just let it go overnight, and I can let stuff render on my other machines if I need be. But it takes probably 2 or 3 hours to do an hour-long video on my MacBook. The better hardware you have, the quicker it is to render stuff. Usually you'll get, like on my PC, my new one I built, it's like a $3,000 machine. If it's an hour-long video, it usually takes about an hour to render. You know, a 1-to-1 ratio. Which, you know, still, that's not, you gotta take that into consideration. MacBook takes 2 to 3 times longer, which is actually pretty respectable considering it's a MacBook Air and I can fit it in a manila envelope. And then on top of that, you've got to think about uploading. And fortunately for me, and this is just so you guys know, because I'm not sure if a lot of you know, it's not easy uploading stuff to YouTube, especially every day, especially if you have a shitty connection. My home connection to satellite internet, so that's why I don't upload stuff usually on the weekend. But or at least in my current situation. I mean, you could be watching this video 2 years from now, and I'm probably living in like some mansion in Malibu or something, and I've got like a T3 line or some crazy mumbo jumbo. No, that's not gonna happen. Anyways, my work connection, I actually have like, it's a T1 line. So for a 4 GB file, which is what these Spelunky videos are, if they're 50 to 60 minutes, it's usually about 3.5 to 4 GB. That's a lot. Takes about an hour to upload that on a T1 line. So Again, doing post commentary, there's an hour. Rendering, it's like 2 to 3 hours. Let's say 2.5 hours for argument's sake. And then an hour for uploading. Right? So that's a total of 4.5 hours. In addition, when I could be spending this hour commentary, you know, doing other videos and stuff. But fortunately for you, I'm downloading other software and other things I can't be doing commentary right now. So I was like, shit, why do I need to eat? I'll just do some post commentary. Anyways, long story short, here I am, rock you like a hurricane. I was gonna mention something else, but I completely forgot. Anyways, here, look at finally paying attention to the video. You know, I'm watching the video, obviously. I got the shotgun. That's good, right? I like getting the shotgun. See, with the shotgun, you've got a couple options. Well, 3 options. 4 options, actually. Okay, 4. So we can simply kill a shopkeeper, take a shotgun. Every shopkeeper has a shotgun, so that's like the easiest sure bet way of finding one. But actually, like, claiming it as your own is a little more difficult because that motherfucker might kill you. And you're going to piss them off, which I don't like to do on these runs. It's just one more enemy. And honestly, to me, the shopkeeper is like the hardest enemy. I would argue the shopkeeper is more difficult than Olmec any day of the week. And I say that because, well, you'd be like, well, if you haven't beat Olmec or whatever, how do you know? But Olmec is simple and he's slow and predictable. I mean, it's still hard because you got all those other enemies to fight and shit, but Shopkeeper actually like attacks you fervently. He's got a shotgun and he's fast and he jumps, unpredictable. He's got pretty decent health. He can take a couple shots from the shotgun. So, you know, they're scary motherfuckers. I don't like to piss them off. You know, you guys can steal stuff all you want. I don't want to steal stuff. I'm a good citizen. Despite what you may think from my commentary and me being silly and being vulgar, I'm not like this in real life. Not really. I mean, I guess it depends who I'm hanging out with. But really, if we're to hang out, you know, I'll probably give you a massage, make you some food, buy you some beers and drinks and stuff. I like to share. I like to have fun. I like to love thy neighbor and thy family. Ah, fucking bat. You got me there. This, honestly, bats, shit, man. Bats and spiders, the little spiders. Like, look, I took 2 damage there. I could have avoided it, but this game gets me every time. Get that gold, you dingleberry. What am I doing? Okay. I was being silly. Got Monty, you got some gold. Alright. That's good. Oh hum. There was something earlier I really wanted to mention, but I can't remember it now. Snakes, I hate snakes. I think I realized I don't use the Matic or take advantage of it as much as I should. I do know that there's a Matic at the bottom of every snake pit. I do know this. Sometimes when I'm actually there, I forget. Or other times I'll be like, I'd rather save my bomb for something else. It's just like, to me, I really do like to keep things simple. Like right here, I pretty much got it made. Like, I want the shotgun from early on, and I just don't want to have to pick up anything ever again. Because it's when you have to exchange stuff, move back and forth. It's like, see, getting Monty there, I'll have to drop the shotgun, carry him down, go back, get my shotgun somewhere. Like, you're just introducing so many more chances to get your ass whooped. And, you know, for me, that's a big deal, because I'm a slow, I like to take my time with things in life, real life and video games, right? It's just how I am. It's hard for me to rush through stuff, because my whole life, I've been training myself to, like, think things through, you know, measure twice, cut once. So that's why this game is kind of difficult for me at some points. And that's why you see me... Oh, fuck. I don't like falling. That was a Butterfinger moment. sometimes, you know, you've got all the right ideas, but when it actually comes to executing, you either screw up or you just get negligent. It's my bad. But here I'm picking up Monty because I know he's gonna get close to that bomb, probably. There we go. Gonna get that crate. Gonna get all those crates. This is good. Like, that's a good concentration of crates right there. And I think, honestly, you're gonna see, I'm getting pretty lucky with this run so far. Look at all those bombs, all those ropes. Very good. I don't like having to, like, budget shit, right? If I waste a bomb and I only have like 4 bombs, I'm gonna feel pretty bad about it. Right now, I'm just like, fucking, it's raining bombs, hallelujah. This is bad. I should have, like, not done that. I don't know, I should have shot a rope up and killed him in hindsight. And that's the one good thing I'm actually kind of like about this post-commentary, is it's like, because a lot of the time, oh shit, Ghost, hurry, get all that shit, sticky stuff. More ropes, great, wonderful. Why didn't I get that gold? Fuck. Monty. Oh, I got this. This is me, like, yeah, I'm in a hurry, but shit, man. That's like clutch. Even to come back to get the shotgun. Yeah, fuck Monty at this point. Which sucks. I could have saved him, I'm sure, but I panic. And when I panic, I just go with the safest possible thing. Because it's either, like, die and lose everything, or don't die and keep some stuff. And here, you know, I'm gonna get, you know I'm gonna get that. The whatchamacallit? Jetpack. You know it. But I gotta make sure that I get enough gold, because, you know, I want as much stuff as I can. And I think, wait, is that enough? I'm getting better with the tikis. Like, I still don't like to kind of jump over them, but I'm still getting better at timing them and just quick execution and all that stuff. So I'm feeling better about the tiki traps a bit, but they screw me over a heck of a lot. Oh man, oh man, oh man. But what was the thing? I do like post commentary though for this. At least not. I wouldn't do it for every episode. But what was I gonna say? I kind of like it for this one because I can talk a little more about the game. Because I like to talk to you guys in the comments and be like, oh yeah, that's a good idea, that's a good strategy and stuff. Keep that shit up because I really appreciate it. But what was I gonna say? You know, sometimes I feel like it's better for me to explain my actions, and I don't always do that so well in the heat of the moment. Or I miss stuff and I don't even talk about it in the video because I just don't realize it's there. You know? So at least now I can be like, oh shit, I wasn't doing that on purpose, or you know what I'm saying? I can analyze myself and I can teach myself. Because generally, I think I'm a good teacher, except a lot of the times I can't execute. That's my problem. Those that cannot do, teach. And as Jack Black said, those that cannot teach, teach Jim. That's from School of Rock. Great film. Alright, here we go, looking for the black market. I think it's down there somewhere. Possibly. Yeah, oh, I see it now. It's, yeah, you can see those leaves. It's the same leaves as the entrance, right? So you don't even need the Ujat Eye to find that shit. It's harder because it's in the background, so you don't usually pay attention to it. So once you hear like one beat from the Ujat Eye, that's when you start paying attention. Because it could be anywhere on any of the 4 jungle levels. So that's why I'm starting to, you know, I don't feel so bad if I don't get the Ujat Eye, because one, sometimes I don't have a whole heck of a lot of money when I'm headed in there. And so that usually is like me, like, oh shit, I gotta get a bunch of money before I go in there. And then sometimes that leads to me taking really dumb damage or even getting killed. So, you know, you gotta weigh the pros and cons of it. Is it worth it? Technically, it's somewhat easier. I'm pretty sure I've died on the black market level just because you get negligent. You're like, oh, it's the black market. Who gives a shit? But it's actually difficult for a couple of reasons. Even more difficult sometimes. You know, with the tikis on the bottom of it is kind of difficult. Not so bad if you have a lot of bombs or a jetpack or ropes or even a cape. But the thing is, you get, like, the enemies will be roaming throughout with the merchants or the shopkeepers, right? Sometimes, you know, it depends on what it is. If it's like a piranha plant, they'll eat the shopkeeper. Or if it's those snails, they will blow their bubbles and it might hit the shopkeeper. I've had that happen to me before, where the snail just blowing bubbles, going on through it, hit one of the shopkeepers, and if it doesn't kill them, that's fine, but it ended up killing the one, I think, and that was it. They were done with me, because anytime they get hurt, they automatically think you do it, right? If a spider sets off an arrow trap somehow, and it hits the shopkeeper, fuck, you're dead. And then they're all after you. And that's really bad on the black market level, because there's a lot of shopkeepers. So that's why I'm kind of more hesitant on going there sometimes now, if I don't have a ton of money. Or I guess it depends on what item I'm looking for too, right? Also, you do not want to shoot a fucking gun or throw a boomerang or anything. I only jumper, and I don't even like to whip unless I'm in the clear. In the black market here, so again, shopkeepers are very finicky. Very finicky. That was good. Again, not being shy with the bombs here. Kind of proud of my... Well, I mean, I could even use more, but you don't want to overuse them because... Oh, shit. See, that's just dumb damage. With me being impatient. You don't want to overuse them. You want to get, like, a good flow of bombs. Like, and the reason I say that is you don't want to rely too much on them, because then when you don't have them, you're kind of screwing yourself. But at the same time, you don't want to use them too infrequently, because then when you do have them, you're just not going to use them when you could and should be, right? So it's all about balance, moderation. It's key. So, and that's, you know, I don't like giving myself the easy way out sometimes in games. Even if it gets me killed or whatever, I don't always regret it, because then you learn something new, and you're just building the muscle memory in your fingers and your reaction time and all that stuff. Getting, you know, I don't know. And I know a lot of you people are like, saying like, oh, Northern Lion beat you to getting Olmec and stuff. I think it's great. It's awesome. I love him. He's my buddy. We play. And I did make a comment on one of the previous videos, because somebody kind of set me off. And I apologize if I seem like an asshole or whatever. It's not my intention at all. But I just want you people to remember that you can compare me to whoever. Compare whomever to me. Is it whomever, whoever? Whatever. Anyways, just remember that I have a full-time job. And because of that, you know, then I come home from that full-time job, and I've got all this other stuff to do. I live in a house that needs maintaining. Gotta do the dishes, gotta do the laundry, gotta vacuum the freaking carpet every once in a while, gotta sweep the garage, like, I gotta friggin' put the salt in the water softener dealio. We've got chickens, they gotta be fed, you gotta collect the eggs, like... You know, there's all that stuff when I come home from work. And then, you know, I gotta get groceries and cook food, make myself stuff. And then I'm like, oh, I gotta play this video game. And you gotta get good enough, hopefully, like, decent enough. Sometimes, I guess it depends on what your aim is with that game. But sometimes you want to be really good at the game, and then you start playing it. Or maybe just play it blind. But I don't always like playing games blind, because then when you get stuck, it's like, can make for shitty videos. And then you gotta record, and you gotta edit, and you gotta troubleshoot. Like, sometimes it really sucks because, for instance, I was recording an episode of Mafia the other night, and it was an hour long at that point. Almost done. And the power went out in the house. We had a weird summer here in Saskatchewan. Like, on average, at least one thunderstorm a week, maybe two. And I don't, I work in the power industry, but it's weird. Like, I don't exactly understand completely their infrastructure, how they have it set up and why the power goes out like every freaking time there's a thunderstorm in this particular house. I live in kind of like a farmhouse. I call it Fox Ranch, but it does. So, and that sucks because the thunderstorm didn't start till like halfway through my episode, and it came out of nowhere. Shit's crazy. Anyways, power goes out. It was probably 11:30 at night, and I get up at 6 every morning, so it kind of sucks, because then, I would have finished the video, set it to render overnight, put it on my jump drive, bring it to work, upload it. That's my general process, right? Let the rendering go overnight when I'm not using computers and stuff. So, but the problem with starting an episode so late, if something goes wrong, then well. But I got other stuff to do. You hear me? Anyways, I understand I'm not really talking about the video too much. It's all meta, but that's what I'm about. I'm about meta. I mean, you guys can see what I'm doing. But I'm gonna start talking a little more. Yeah, I've got a jetpack. I've got a shotgun. What do I got? Jedi, the spectacles, the spike shoes, compass. Like, oh, I'm loaded, baby. I'm loaded. Like, to me, jetpack and shotgun ideal. I always want a compass no matter what. Spike shoes, they're pros and cons. Depends what you have. If you have the Kapala, I almost prefer not sometimes to have the spike shoes, because I think, and you'll hear me talk about this in episode 22. I just finished recording episode 22, and I'm doing the commentary, re-commentary, whatever, on this episode, obviously. So that's why I can, but I mentioned it in episode 22. It's like, do the spike shoes, if say you kill the Yeti, right? Without the spike shoes, it takes 3 stomps, or the cavemen and all that stuff. But if you do have the spike shoes, it kills them in 1 stomp, right? For that 1 stomp, do you get 3 times as much blood? Or is it the same amount as when you don't have the spike shoes? It's just once. Because I think it's the same amount of blood. In which case, when you've got the Kapala, it's almost beneficial to not have the spike shoes, so you can collect 3 times as much blood from guys. Problem with that is, one, you're spending longer trying to kill them, taking longer on the level, and it just gives you more room for error, possibly. But if you do get 3 times as much blood, well, fucking A, spike shoes are awesome, and I would want them every time. Spring shoes are great. I've never really said I hate them or love them all that much, but I do love them. Like, they, even when you've got the climbing gloves, they just give you that extra bit and make it, they enhance the climbing gloves a heck of a lot. Really, they enhance everything. All the items are pretty much great, except for the fucking web gun. I don't like that. I just don't like it. I'm sorry. I know it's useful. Anyways, here I am in the temple. There's good old Monty. He's a pretty dog. Pretty bird, pretty bird. There we go. Getting used to those little moving traps. Again, timing. It's all about timing, knowing their speed, when to jump and stuff. Even if they hit you, you can still, like, while you're mid-jump, that's fine. And these mummies, you can't kill them by jumping on them, even with the spike shoes. Those assholes, you gotta shoot them. But those locust thingies, they do damage, a good amount of damage. And, they, like, stun you, of course. Getting hit usually stuns you. Anubis, you know what? If you got a shotgun, I am not afraid of Anubis. He's a little pussy-ass bitch. Even if I had a... Well, Boomerang would be a heck of a lot harder. This would be a lot harder, too, without the jetpack. But that's why the jetpack and the shotgun is such a great combo. Like, we killed that motherfucker. Killed him. He's dead. Alright, there we go. There we go. And, yeah, I didn't pick up the scepter because if you saw in episode 20, was it 20? I picked it up and I was facing a block, like right up against it. And I shot it and it was like going to one of those parrot dudes or whatever, the the bird-headed guys. It went to him, but it like immediately killed me when it hit the block next to me. And apparently that's a glitch actually, and they're gonna fix that in a patch. Somebody said that on the non-commentary version of this. Wait, was it this video? Or maybe it was episode 20 where it was actually applicable. But either way, I think that might get fixed. If that's the case, then I would be less hesitant in picking up the scepter again for anything more than the key to get to the City of Gold, which is something I want to do later. But of course I want to beat Olmec first. Yeah, the mummies, see, that's one of those things where I get really tempted because they always drop, I think it's 2 rubies, so it's a good amount of cash. But they got projectile weapon, which that shit is dangerous, man. You gotta get them from behind if you can. You guys know, that's my philosophy. Take everything in life from behind. Show who's boss. Me, Foxman. Another weapon item, I guess it is kind of a weapon, with the camera. I could definitely live without that. If I find it and I don't have anything else in my hands, I'll use it for a bit, but I pretty much ditch it pretty quickly. Pretty quickly. So here we go. Here we go, dark level. And this was really scary for me. When I got here, I was like, come on. Of all times, because one, I don't mind dark levels now, but when I have a shotgun or another item I'm holding, it just, it's the worst time for me to be switching back and forth. So, you know, that's why I was just like, when I was actually here, I was kind of freaking out, especially with what's coming up pretty soon. Oh, see, like that shit, you know. I only got 3 health here. That's not a lot at this point in the game. It's not the end of the world. Just don't get hit. But it's hard to say that shit on this level because you can't see what's coming. Unless you've got a torch or something. But I don't got the torch. And the thing... Oh, see? More dumb damage. I could be dead at any moment here. Like, I just can't see shit. And I dropped my shotgun. And you can use a shotgun. That's what I kind of like it about it on the dark levels. You can use it as a light. However, it creates a new hazard in the kickback, and it could kick you back into anything. And the dark level on the temples is just crazy because the not the bosses, but the enemies. I would hate to get a dark level with Anubis and like the Inferno dudes or something. That shit would make me cry. And that alligator dude. I don't know what their deal is with the teleporting and all that crap. Either way, I was ecstatic when I did this. That alone, I thought that was a like crazy good accomplishment for me personally. And here we go. Olmec. I made it. I did it. And you guys happy? I've actually been to Olmec before when I was playing with a friend. During my vacation a couple weeks ago. And the funny thing is, it wasn't like Northern Lion. We did play Spelunky and stuff. But it was with a friend that had never played Spelunky before. And we made it. And the thing is, I even died. And it was just him, like halfway through the temple. And I was like telling him exactly what to do. And he got through the rest of the temple and he got to Olmec. He died like pretty much instantly when he got to Olmec, though. He just got squished. But anyway, so based on that experience, I kind of knew though what's going on up here. I know there's all these crates and shit. Plus, and just in general, I'm trying to explore. I mean, why wouldn't I got the jetpack? So come up here. So this is why it's good to, once you get in the temple, go crazy with ropes and bombs if you really think it's gonna help you, because tons of crates up here. Obviously you can get items right there. The teleporter, bad idea. I kill myself more. That's another item I could live without, to be honest. I kill myself and damage myself a lot more just because I can't on the fly interpret how many spaces it's gonna take me. And if you do it into the walls and shit, you instantly die. Not cool. It's not worth the risk. But yeah, you can get lots of bombs and stuff. What was I gonna say? Yeah, Olmec is an easy boss to figure out what to do. Spawns a lot of lesser minions you gotta watch out for, but it's actually good if you have the Kapala. Sort of good. I mean, it's a blessing in disguise or something, I suppose, because you can kill those enemies and get more health, and most of the time they're pretty easy to kill. But that spider fucked me up pretty hard there. But with a shotgun, theoretically, it shouldn't be much of a problem. Spike shoes, not much of a problem. Jetpack, this is good. It's just, I think it's better if you got a lot of bombs like I do here. I regret not being more active and just spamming this shit, because I know you gotta get him down to the bottom. So why risk what I'm doing here? Or not there, I mean the bombs is good, but like getting under him when I don't have to. So I think the real key would be like get him way over to the left, because if he's off screen, he doesn't come over to you. He can't see you. Just spam with bombs until you got pretty much, yeah, a pit, and then make him fall down and that shit. That's I mean, easier said than done sometimes. But I should have been able to beat him on this level. See, look, I died there. I don't even know what killed me there, to be honest, because I was ready to lay a bomb. Like, I was really pissed off at that moment, because I was like, what the fuck killed me, right? How can I learn from my mistakes if I don't know what the mistake was? Although I should probably go back and analyze that. Did I just like drop my shotgun on my head or something? I don't know what happened. Did I get hit by something? Either way, I was gonna beat him there. Like, if that hadn't have killed me, I'm very confident that it would have done bomb, you know? Whatever. So here we go again. Here we go again. It's hard to play this game after doing such a good, I mean, I don't want to say that was a good run, but obviously it's pretty decent because I made it to Olmec. You know, it was good enough. Let's say that. You can't really argue that. It's good enough to get to Olmec. Which, if you can get to him, honestly, it's not that difficult beating. I think the challenge is in the journey, not so much the destination. If I could just start on Olmec, fuck. Well, I should say with like a few ropes and bombs at least. But obviously you want the jetpack makes it easy. Jetpack and shotgun. So that's key. That's key, man. But yeah, if I could just start on him and not have to go through the whole game, it wouldn't take that long to beat Olmec. The problem is, it's hard as shit getting to Olmec a lot of the time, especially with the items you want. So when you finally rarely do get to them, then it's like you're just so tired, or you just make one silly mistake and then you gotta do it all over again, and then you're kind of like not as motivated sometimes. I freaking love this game. I love playing it, but when I do long runs like that, sometimes I just want to quit and go take a piss, you know, go shoot the gun out the backyard, do anything. And when I say gun, I don't mean like a gun, like an air rifle. Though it does shoot at 495 feet per second, so don't get in the way, because it can kill animals. Probably you could kill a human with it if you really wanted to. Shoot them in the, like, arteries. Climbing gloves. I love the altars. When I first started playing this game, I was like, altars are stupid. Why the hell would I sacrifice Monty? Right? But why wouldn't I now? Because I understand only 2 Monties gives you the Kapala. 4 Monties gives you 8 extra hearts. And then I forget what you get after that. But I think somebody said if you keep sacrificing them and other shit, you can actually be given the Ankh. Is it the Ankh? Ankh? I'm gonna call it the Ankh. I don't really care. Which is cool because then you don't need to spend the 50,000 in the black market, and you can buy items that are useful to getting through the rest of the game. Then you just gotta kill Anubis, which is easy with shotgun and a jetpack. So I'd rather spend my money on that, but at the same time, like, getting that many altars is iffy. Sometimes you get a lot of altars, sometimes you don't. It's one of the things about this game. It's randomly generated, so it's hard to rely on that kind of tactic. You're pretty lucky if you do. See, there's another altar. This is a great run already. Look at all these crates. Got bombs, ropes, climbing gloves, compass. It's a good start. Getting compass early on is definitely nice. Same with climbing gloves, because then you can just go get lots of gold and shit. And the freaking Ujat Eye, gonna get that on this level, right? And got the key there. So just figuring out how to get Monty to the altar. But first, I like to take the key, or if I come across a chest first, I just bring it, throw it down, ideally towards where the exit is, because you know you're gonna go that way when you're all done. I'm really thirsty right now, and I need water, but there is none. There is none. First, you need to realize that there is no spoon. What was I gonna say? Yeah, lots of altars here though. Just good. Somebody confirmed that you can actually, in the Xbox version, not the PC version, the Xbox version, can you sacrifice enough shit and get the Ankh? Tell me and I'll give you a big old slobby kiss. And what does he have for sale? Spike shoes, which I like. They're cheap. You can find them, of course, but the cheaper items, like, I don't really hesitate to buy. Shotgun is one of those items that if I see it in a shop, usually I buy it just because it's so amazingly useful. But at the same time, you know you can get it from killing the didn't I start talking about that earlier? How you can get the shotgun? There were like 4 ways. Was that this video? Man, my memory is bad. I don't think I finished it if it was this video. If it wasn't this video, then, well, wow, that's some great cross video commentary. Definitely shopkeeper. The other 3 being buying it. And then you can find it in a crate, and then you can find it in the Dead or Restless level under Ash's grave. I like finding it under Ash's grave. That's just a great level altogether. I like it. Problem is, again, it's not a for sure bet that you're gonna do that level. You could go through all the jungles and not get one of those levels. I've actually sometimes gone through it and I've get them back to back in the jungle, so which is cool. I like that. But that's rare. That's rare. Anyways, here we go. Moving on to the jungle. I like it. I like it a lot. What was I gonna say? Wait, I'm thinking. Just let me think for 1 second. Yes. Sorry, I'm looking at something else on my computer quickly, because I'm a ding dong. What's I gonna say? What was I going to say? Darn it. Okay, sorry for my lacking commentary. This is actually I made a bit of a boo-boo. I didn't even realize that. The original video episode of this that I put up without commentary, I, for some reason, thought it was the video where I beat... Oh, that's right! Okay, here's the deal. Let me explain this to you guys. I titled the original video Two Time. You're probably wondering, maybe, sometimes the stuff I say is a little cryptic, but usually it relates to the video. And the reason I said Two Time was like two-time champion, not really champion, because I thought it was the video clip of me beating Olmec twice, not beating him, facing him twice in a row. And that's the whole reason why I was uploading it. I was like, oh, these guys are going to be impressed with me. I made it to Olmec twice. But I didn't realize this is actually the one where I only faced him once, which is still, I mean, okay, that's okay, but it's not twice in a row. So I actually have faced off against him 3 times. Although that 2-time in a row video, and now that I'm thinking about it, is the one that I don't have. If I remember, I got a lot of shit recorded on my computer, so now that I'm thinking in the moment, I apologize. I'll have to double check, because if I still have it, that might be another chance for me to do some more post commentary for you guys. But I'm pretty sure it's one I lost. I did on what was I gonna say? I did on the weekend. I like to do a lot more recording because I have more time since I have a full-time job, right? So I did 3 hours straight of Spelunky, and then after I was done, I was like, alright, time to take a piss, time to get some water and eat some food and do other stuff, whatever. And I went to save all my recording and my audio and all that stuff, and this is just blatant me being a dummy. It wasn't recording the actual game footage at all, and so that really sucked. And the reason for that is, like, the program I used to record, great program, nothing really wrong with it. The only gripe I have is that it's almost impossible to tell from a quick glance if it's recording or not, because it has the same, it looks the same. You've got the little window showing you what's playing on your console. It has a little timer that counts how long that has been showing, which is weird because usually you'd only want the timer, to me, if it's recording, not if it's not recording. So the only way you actually know if it's recording or not is like this kind of pale pinkish. It's not even like a bright red, it's like a pinkish color over the one button, which sucks because sometimes though the program, you click it and it doesn't actually start recording. You have to restart the program. One weird glitch with the thing. I don't know if they're gonna fix it or not, but So usually I double check for that, but obviously this time I was ignorant of that. So anyway, that's the explanation why the original non-commentary version of this episode was called 2 Time Out, although I think, excuse me, I'm sorry, it's getting late. I think, yeah, that's why I called it 2 Time, but, I guess this video's not quite as impressive now that I realize it. Still got the Olmec, but 2 Olmec runs back to back. So, okay, I'm gonna do my best to find it. If I can find that video, then in the future you will see it. But if it was one of the videos that was during that 3-hour recording session, which it very well could be, then fuck. Because I want to show you guys that. I mean, that's impressive, right? Do you not agree with me? 2 Olmec runs back to back. For me, that's impressive. Anyways, this is still a pretty decent run, I think. Okay, now let me get back into what I'm actually doing. Well, obviously this time you see I've got the Kapala Cup at this point, which is great. Really great, because I didn't have that last run, which would have been useful. Look at that health, 15 health. Motherfucker. Yeah. And that's from, obviously 4 times sacrificing Monty. Lots of altars on this run. I love altars so much. I freaking love them. Good blood going on there. And I've mentioned it a million times before at this point, I'm pretty sure, but no, you cannot jump on piranha plants with spike shoes in the Xbox version of this game. That's PC only. It's one of the changes they made. So like a lot of people came into this game like assuming that they, you know, knew how to do this or that, and then when you get killed you're like, well shit. I know I missed the gold is behind that boomerang guy. I don't remember. Do I go and get it? Obviously I forgot to get it because I can't really see it now, which is a regret because that's easy money. It's like 1,500 bucks right there. So but yeah, and this is the thing too with the Kapala. Again, if I didn't have the Kapala, I wouldn't be whipping this asshole. I'd shoot his face right off for being a carnivorous piece of shit. But Kapala, I want to get the blood, and apparently you have a couple seconds to pick that shit up from the ground. Also killing these little toads. Any, you know, all they're the rats on the mines, the toads in the jungle, the little penguins in the ice caves, and the grasshoppers in the temple. So you can collect blood from all of them, which is good. It's good. I mean, people often forget that. I forget that, that's for sure. Alright, here we go. Ice caves. This should be easy, right? Yeah. Ice caves, I think, are still my favorite of all the levels. Mostly. Although I've had some pretty horrific deaths on them. The enemies aren't difficult. I'm sorry. I'm yawning again. That's bad, but, what time is it? It's 11 p.m. Jesus is shit. Something could go wrong, and this will all be for not, you know, with the recording. That's the way it goes. And there's another altar. Like, do you see how good this fucking run is, man? So many altars, and in easy places too. That's key. And look at Yeti's just waiting for me. And there's a little penguin too. Yeah, the only thing I obviously hate about the ice caves are those little alien dudes. Just because of the explosion you get from killing them, right? Makes for a difficult time. Like, look at all that. Get this guy too. Take him down. I should kill that penguin up there, but I'm pretty sure I forget. And got that one there though. There's that Yeti. Am I gonna be bold enough? Oh. Got more spike shoes, more rope. Good that I shot that guy out of the way though. That's smart, because those little UFOs, they come after you, man. They got it out for you. I think they're so fancy with their technology, but as soon as you blow it up, they're like helpless little green turds. Just big turds that won't flush. Another compass. This is, again, amazing run for items and everything. Look at all these friggin' Yetis. A lot of them. Golly, thank you. And I think I'm getting ready to leave because I know my time is running out. That guy fell. That sucks. Go away, alien. You don't got anything better to do? Yeah, see. I wanted to take those Yetis up. There's 3 more there. But I didn't want to fight the alien. He can have the Yetis. He can probe them. I don't care. But look at this. 17 health. It's pretty good for me. I think apparently you can, by sacrificing enough Monties, you can get, what is it, 99 bombs or something like that. It's pretty impressive. I want to do that. But how many is that going to take? Because there's like actual metrics to this whole thing. Like every alive Monty gives you so many points with Cully. Every dead one gets less points but still points, and same thing goes for enemies, stunned enemies, and dead enemies. I know Monty's worth a lot more, obviously because he's rare, you know, only 1 per level. But it all adds up, so I should start like counting in my head, kind of like counting cards or whatever, but less tricky. Just adding. Yeah, his blood. I mean, that's an easy kill. It's really hard to like fuck up a kill right there with 1 space. Gonna wait for this guy. Gonna get some blood. Yeah. That's why I love the spike shoes on the ice case for those guys, because they will kill them, but of course it takes several hits. Means lots of blood. All right, here we go. Last ice cave. What's gonna happen? Oh, I don't know. I know damn well what's gonna happen. Fuck. Okay, I'm just preparing myself so I don't get too angry and scare you guys or give myself like a hernia. So, you know, just thinking here. Kill that asshole. No biggie. Kill him. No biggie. I guess I'm in this gemage. Want to kill this asshole when he gets close. Get away. You know, explosions. You never know. And the thing is, too, they could explode something into you that's going to hurt you. Shrapnel is a big thing in this game that we don't always think about. He's done for. This is pretty easy right here. I'm just going to drop down, fall on this mine. And this is where I lose it. When I was doing this, I was like, oh my god, wake up. You know, I thought he was going to wake up. Why is he not waking up? I got the climbing gloves. That's why I'm drifting over towards the wall. I was like, I'll just grab onto it and climb back up. Nope. Dead. So anyways, that's it for this video. Kind of sucks. I'm going to try and find the other one with 2 Olmec runs. If I can't find it, then oh well. I'll let you guys know somehow. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed me getting fucked in the ass on such a golden run. That was my own bad. I should have used a rope or something. Or just been paying attention to that mine, I guess. Whatever. Anyways, I'll catch you guys in the next episode of Spelunky. And I hope you enjoyed this live commentary, which is a rarity for sure in the Spelunky, Foxman plays Spelunky. So, until we meet again, I love you, Fox Cubs and Kits. Peace out.